Okay, well it's day 2 and I've just sneezed like crazy because already I've raked that lot. That was easy because that's down the slope and it's not too bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it and lose it down there somewhere. But the harder bit is this bit of slope, because I'm going to have to rake it uphill and then bring it uphill to go along there. But it's not as much as I thought. Hopefully it'll all go smoothly. Ideally, you'd want to be raking downhill because that's the easiest. But you're probably wondering why I'm doing it like I'm doing it. But if you can't rake downhill, uphill's really hard, so it's probably better to rake across. Now the other thing about doing jobs like this is you need to start with the hardest, because it doesn't matter who you are, as the day goes on, you know, you can do slightly less. So if you start with the things that are further away or hardest to do and move on to the things that are easier to do or nearer, then it reduces the energy it takes. Yeah, so I've come to get a bit of coffee because otherwise I'll curl up on that. It's nice and comfortable. So used to my camera being in a different position. I turned around and it wasn't there. Okay. Well, I've done all the raking, as you can see. There's a pile at the top and then this down here, because I figured, well, I can just take the barrow straight up here and then I'm along the flat there. So, you know, even a job like this has to be thought out. But there's a lot of tufty bits. There's a patch up the top there, just to the left of the bench in the front, near the burdock, that big plant with the broad leaves. So what I'm probably going to do is hide all this somewhere, lose it in the wood, and then come over with the lawnmower and get all the straggly bits, because otherwise I'm either strimming or scissoring and then raking again, which, you know, there's no point for that small amount. So let's finish the coffee and then go and get the barrow and get humping. As you can see, I'm doing the stuff that's furthest away and hardest first. As you know, when I do these I like to be informative. So the working on a slope has other dangers in that when you're going across the slope or any kind of movements, certainly in a wet area, the danger of slipping. You have to really be careful and watch your feet and everything. You have to concentrate in every kind of way you can imagine. I hate summer. It's not even 9:30. Okay, well, one of the worst things actually is treading on a route that's going down, because you tend to slide along the route and do the splits, or worse. Okay, well, I've done this bit. This is what I'll call the lower section. So what I'm going to do now, because this is in the shade, so I was making the most of the shade just to keep me as cool as possible for as long as possible. So what I'm going to do now, there's that patch by the barrow which is probably 3 barrow loads. So I'm now going to get the mower and I'm going to clear up, tidy up some of these loose bits while there's still shade on this bit, because even without shade this is a tiring slope, and even with a self-propelled mower this is a tiring slope. So I'm going to go and do that. Okay, well, I've done that, and doesn't it look better? It's a lawn now. In case you're wondering why we leave it that long, it's because it has some, all down there, there's this lower bit has snowdrops. If you see my snowdrop planting tutorial, that shows it. And yeah, well, that's pretty much why, really. And here has some nice flowers as well, so we leave that. So all I'm left to do is I'm left to move that lot. Well, I said 3 barrows, it looks like it's going to be 4. And there we go. It's back to a lawn. Thanks for watching. See you later. Ta-da. Couple of kites flying there, aren't they? There's 4 of them.